It started with a group message. "We think it's best you step away for now." My parents' words typed in the cold blue bubble of a family chat. No explanation, no call. Just that, an execution notice disguised as a decision. Then came the final touch. My aunt's thumbs-up reaction. Digital approval of exile. Is stared at the screen for a full minute before typing back. Understood. I'll respect that. And step away from the family fund, too. It was quiet after that until 2:15 a.m. By sunrise, I had 89 missed calls. My father's voicemail cracked under panic. What happened? The bank flagged everything. I didn't answer. I just texted back, "I'm honoring your decision." That was before they realized everything else I had. Back then, I was the responsible one, the one who made the calls no one else wanted to make. Paid the taxes, kept the books balanced. My parents had the house, I had the spreadsheets. When my mother's sister fell sick, I coordinated the treatment. When my father wanted to expand the family investment, I did the legwork, set up the accounts, built the automation. They called me their anchor. They had no idea how literal that word would become. Growing up, I learned that family isn't about blood, it's about leverage. They taught me that even if they didn't mean to, I just learned faster than they expected. The shift began small. Calls that used to start with "How are you?" began starting with "Can you transfer?" or "We need to move funds." My brother started making jokes about how I loved control. My mother laughed too hard. My father began taking meetings without me. Then one day, I opened a shared folder I'd created and found a new version of the family fund document. My name was gone from the access list. No one said anything. Not until that group message. "We think it's best you step away for now." They thought they were cutting me off. They didn't realize I built the system they were using to manage everything. I didn't rage. I didn't cry. I just opened my laptop. Everything was still under my architecture. The accounts, the fund routing, the tax shelter structures I'd created for them. I'd set it all up legally, cleanly, transparently. I was proud of it once, but the thing about clean systems is the person who built them knows exactly where the power lines run. That night I didn't destroy anything. I didn't steal a cent. I simply honored their wish. I stepped away. I terminated my admin rights, closed my access keys, and deactivated my automation scripts. And with that, the system I built, the one they depended on, went silent. Their cards stopped processing. Their transfers froze. Their automated bills bounced. Every lock they didn't know existed closed in perfect synchronization. By dawn, the family chat was chaos. "Dad, the bank's frozen the fund." "Mom, we can't access anything." "What did you do?" "Aunt, call her now." I let them sweat. Let them remember every time they made me feel disposable. When my father finally reached me, his voice was shaking. "What happened?" "The system's gone crazy." I said nothing for a moment. Then quietly, you asked me to step away. I did. The system doesn't run without me. You can't just, I didn't do anything. I just stopped doing everything. Silence. Then the kind of exhale that only comes from realizing the gravity of your own mistake. The weeks after were poetic. I watched from a distance as the family meetings turned frantic. They brought in outside help. Consultants, auditors, lawyers. None could fix it without me, my father finally emailed. Not a word of apology, just, "We need your help untangling this for everyone's sake." I replied, "I'm honoring your decision." Then I added a line that made him finally stop trying. "You taught me that family boundaries are important. I'm just enforcing mine." What they never knew was that the family fund wasn't the only thing I managed. The rental properties, the shared trusts, the digital assets, all the things they'd signed over for efficiency. I'd placed them under a separate holding company. My holding company. Legally sound, ethically arguable. But every contract they signed had my name. Small but permanent woven into the clauses. It wasn't theft. It was protection from them. When they tried to move against me, the lawyers told them what I already knew. Removing me would unravel the entire structure. It would cost millions in taxes and penalties. So, they didn't. They couldn't. Sometimes revenge isn't about ruining someone. It's about showing them the architecture of their own arrogance. My parents wanted Magon, so I gave them exactly what they asked for: absence. But absence has a cost when you've built your world on someone's quiet competence. Now they send polite messages on holidays. I don't respond. My mother leaves voicemails. She deletes halfway through. My father still starts every email with, "Hope you're."